Okay, well, let's continue with another beautiful story. This next beautiful woman, kind of keeping it in the family a little bit. Elizabeth is a qualified, and I'm not even going to try and say the word, we'll say skin specialist. I always trip over it. She built a career in this industry that spanned over 30 years and was honored to have worked alongside some of the very best and the most renowned in this field. Now, if this wasn't enough, she also took on a position as an international flight attendant with our country's national carrier in her early 50s to fulfill a lifelong dream from when she was a little girl. Now, while juggling life and two careers, in November of 2015, she also decided to open her Juice Plus business and has been loving being a part of the Juice Plus family. Can you please give it up for the amazing Elizabeth Caroso? Okay, alrighty. Well, Elizabeth, your start in the business was a little bit different than most. You want to share a little bit about that?
Yeah, I sure will. I guess back then I felt a lot like the underdog, the slow one that didn't quite fit in, um, the big introvert. You see, I didn't start this business for myself. I actually started this business to help my daughter Shani. She needed to get to her first promotion, so as a mum, how could I say no? I actually had no propensity to continue growing this business for myself, and I wasn't really motivated by promotions or bonuses or rank advances. So 5 years ago, I really had a lot on my plate and I wasn't looking for anything new. Back then I worked 2 jobs, then had the commitments of a working mum and the wife of a fly-in, fly-out worker. To me, time was a very precious commodity. So with all of that on my plate, I really wasn't looking for anything more. What I did want, though, was time freedom. I didn't realise then that Juice Plus was going to be able to give me that and more. You see, some of the biggest problems I saw with this business for myself was that I'm a huge introvert. I don't connect well with strangers and I can't start conversation with strangers. I don't like being in the limelight or being the centre of attention. And I certainly don't like public speaking. And these were just a few of the things I saw when looking at this business at a glance. Then there were all the issues I have with social media and technology, and those who work with me know that that's very true. Things like Instagram, Facebook, Dropboxes, Google Boxes, I don't know, the cloud. All these things really, really scared the daylights out of me. So the more I looked at this business, the more it yelled out, run. However, what I did have was an incredible desire to help people. And that was far greater than my fears. And based on my background, I decided to draw on my strengths. I started to talk to people and bring on customers, and I would set my own monthly goals because that felt comfortable to me. However, there were so many things that I needed to learn and to work on. And they were so far out of my comfort zone that it really scared me. And I'm not going to lie, there were a lot of tears along the way. I worked on those horrible growing pains. I asked lots and lots of questions, and I know I probably turned my poor daughter crazy. I probably still do. But I got very uncomfortable in learning new things. I became consistent, and I started to show up, and it started to show in my business. I detached myself from time. It didn't matter to me how long it took to get there, just that I'd achieved the goal. Then something changed. Shani had gone away for her 12-month honeymoon. And back then it always felt to me that most people thought that she was creating my success. And at times I even felt that too. Until I hit a pinnacle position and she wasn't actually here. And that's when things started to change because my belief in me began to change. I then decided to invest more time in identifying my knowledge gaps, and I went to work. I realised that the online world was totally new to me. Self-directed learning was brand new to me. I never really understood reports or what they were trying to tell me, and social media was absolutely new to me. And some of the things I learned with working on those fears of mine was that it's really important to measure your progress, no matter how small. And to also see the gains versus the gaps. And also to celebrate how far you've come instead of how far you have to go. Who knew back then that when I said yes to my daughter, that I would actually create the life of my dreams and work with the people that I love? Right now, Juice Plus is my only income. Back then, I worked 50 to 60 hours a week, but now I have my time back. Juice Plus has given me that freedom, the flexibility and the lifestyle that I always wanted. Now I see an abundant retirement with not having to rely on the pension. As of last month, my husband, who's up on stage with me, is now semi-retired. So now we get to spend more time together, enjoy our hobbies and travel more. So in closing, I would like to leave you with some of the biggest lessons that I learned on my crazy journey. The first would be, don't compare yourself to anybody else. You're all a unique being. And slow and steady wins too. Be open to learning new skills and leverage off the strengths from your past experiences. When it gets hard, dig deeper. Don't give up. That's not an option. Find a way to do this business that feels right to you. It's not a one-size-fits-all. I've learned also in my experiences, not everybody is motivated by promotions or speed, or even learn the same way. So if you're sitting here today, feeling a little like the underdog, or the slow one, or the one that sometimes doesn't quite fit in, please let my story give you hope that you too can live your wildest dreams just like me. Thank you.